Welcome to my watercolour YouTube channel. My name is Karen Rice. I'm going to be painting an abstract cityscape, and this is in response to lots of requests from my subscribers and members to paint another sort of semi-abstract painting in watercolour using mixed media, which includes pastels and using a palette knife and plastic card, you name it. Let's get started. If you are interested in longer, more in-depth tutorials, why not check out my Patreon membership? You can get access to outline sketches, it is ad-free, and you can cancel anytime. And if you have any questions about the membership or this tutorial, please put them in the comments section below. I would love to hear from you. This is the gorgeous reference photograph, and a link for this can be found in the description below. For a full list of all the materials that I'm going to be using in this demonstration, with the colours that I use and some alternatives, please see the description below as well. There are also Amazon links if you'd like to purchase any of them. So I've drawn my picture, and as I say, this is available on the Patreon membership, a downloadable sketch of this particular drawing. I've drawn it with an HB pencil. I'm using cold pressed paper, 300 grams, and I've put some framing tape around the edge. I've wet certain parts of the paper, and I'm just applying some yellow, orange, Quinacridone gold and opera rose onto the paper using just an ordinary plastic card cut up. And just looking at the photograph, I'm just putting these colours where I see them in the photograph. I'm not trying to copy it, I'm just trying to interpret it and have some fun. If you notice, I've got different size cards cut up. I'm also going to be using my palette knife, and some areas are going to be wet on dry, other areas are going to be wet on wet. The most important thing is I'm going to have some fun. I've used a large flat 1-inch brush, and I've just wet the sky area. It's night time, so I'm actually applying some indigo mixed with a touch of pink with my palette knife, so it's kind of wet into wet, so it creates nice and soft. And as I go towards the horizon, I'll lighten that up a bit. I'm just now applying the dark areas to the painting, here and there, some wet on dry, and again some wet into wet, getting those lovely abstract dark marks here and there. I've allowed my painting to dry off, and I'm actually painting some details now with my size 4 brush, using the indigo, a little bit of reds here and there, a little bit of pinks and oranges, wet on dry, just to get the detail of the people in the sort of middle distance there with their umbrellas, just creating a little bit of interest. there I put some shadow under their feet as well, and I'm just building up some shadows now in the buildings as well, keeping it very abstract still. Be careful not to lose your light. I'm using my palette knife as well to apply some of the darks as well, sort of damp into damp, or you could do this wet on dry as well, just sort of describing sort of windows and edges of buildings. So colourful, this painting, and for a bit of fun I've squeezed out some white gouache. My painting has dried. I'm just using the bottom of a tube of paint to apply the white, just giving some highlights here and there, really to give it a little bit of sparkle and some definition. Couldn't resist, I had to give a little splatter of some yellow and some white, just to give it almost like there's little lights in the distance there. I've just got out my box of pastels. These are soft pastels, just like chalks, posh chalks, and I'm just putting a few little sort of lights here and there using yellows and oranges and soft violets. And this is all, the painting is dry, so this is dry on dry, if that makes any sense, but it's just to finish off this painting, this sort of abstract with the pastels, a little bit of mixed media. So this is my finished painting, and I put a little mount round it as well, 2 L shapes, just to kind of sort of give it sort of a frame round it, to give me a chance to see if I need to do any work to it. I really hope you've enjoyed this tutorial with all the sort of mixed media techniques, the palette knife, the spattering, and just applying paint, watercolour paint, in such a different way. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you'd like to see more like it, why not subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you'll get updates of my latest videos. And don't forget, if you'd like to watch longer videos with lots more tips and techniques, why not think about the Patreon membership? Details about that, as I say, are in the description below. Don't forget, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments section. Thank you again for watching. Happy painting. Bye for now.